All right, ladies and gentlemen, so today we're going to be starting to work on some word problems with our linear equations. And we did a little bit already when we took a look at the different words that mean add, subtract, multiply, divide, and equals. Today we're going to, again, get a little bit more involved in that. So the first thing we have to do is we have to write our let statements. And the let statement identifies your variable. Okay, then we're going to set up the equations. Then we solve them. And then we have to be sure, we want to check that we have answered the question that is asked. Sometimes they're going to ask you to find one thing or to add and do something else with it. So we have to make sure. So another thing that I don't have room here for steps, but one thing that I want you to write down here is that whatever comes second is going to be your x. So what comes second is x. And you'll see what I mean by that in a second. So here we're going to be talking about angles, right? So it says one angle is 5 less than 3 times the size of another angle. All right, so here we have, they're describing my variables to us. So the other angle is going to be x. So I'm going to start off with let x equal the other angle. Now I have to go through and just figure out, well, what is the other one? Because we're talking about two angles. So it says one angle is 5 less than 3 times the other. Well, less than tells me that I have to start over here, minus 3. I'm sorry, I got that wrong, minus 5. There we go. 5 less than 3 times the size, so 3 times. So let 3x minus 5 equal the first angle. I probably could have reversed those. Then it tells me that together they have a sum of 143. So I have to add these two things. So x plus 3x minus 5 equals 143. Now I'm going to solve like I normally do, right? X plus 3x is 4x minus 5. Add 5 to both sides. So 4x is 148. Divide by 4. And we're going to get x is equal to 37. Now, they want to know what is the measure of each angle. So now I have to take, I know this one, x is 37. I also have to figure out what the other one is. So I have to put 37 in for x and do that math. So I have to do 3 times 37 minus 5, which is going to give me 106. You could have also done 143 minus 37, and it would have gotten you there as well. Okay, let's try another one. So given a right triangle, so in this case, I'm going to draw myself a picture. So I know I have a right triangle. Here's the right angle. Find the measure of the angles if one angle is 10 more than 4 times the other angle, and the third angle is the right angle. So we have the right angle. All right, so I'm going to start with my let statements. So let x equal the first angle. Okay, so then the other one is 10 more than 4 times. 10 more means plus 10. 4 times the other angle. So let x plus 4, 10 equal the second angle. Now, I know, right, this is going back to 7th grade. I know that all of the angles in a triangle have to add up to 180 degrees. So I know that if I have x plus 4x plus 10 plus 90, I can't forget about the right angle right over there, has to equal 180 degrees. Right, next step, I have to combine my like terms. So 4x and x is 5x. I can also put together 10 and 90, which is 100, equals 180. Subtract 100. Ooh, sorry, that was bad. So 5x is equal to 80, divide by 5. and you should get x is 16. Okay, so one of the angles is 16, one of them is 90, and the other one is 4 times 16 plus 10. So 4 times 16 is 64, plus 10 is 74. All right, moving on. A pair of congruent angles. What does congruent mean? Congruent means that they're equal. Are described as follows. The measures of one angle is 3 more than twice a number, and the other measure's angle is 54.5 less than 3 times the number. Whew. Determine the size of the angles. So we're going to let x equal the number. Okay, now we know we have 2 different angles that we're talking about here. So it's 3 more than twice a number. 3 more, 3 plus, twice a number. So that's going to be, let x equal the first angle. The others is 54.5 less than 3 times the number. So less than means I have to start over here. So minus 54.5, 3 times 3x. And that's going to be the second angle. All right, now what do I know? I know that they're congruent to each other. So that means 3 plus 2x has to equal 3x minus 54.5. I don't have any parentheses. I don't have any like terms. I do have variables on one side. So I'm going to choose to subtract 2x. So 3 equals x minus 54.5. Add 54.5. Which is going to give me 57.5 equals x. If you put the 1x, then you would want to show you're dividing by 1. But I have not answered their question because I want to know the angles. I don't want to just know x. So to get the angles, I have to put x back into those 2 expressions there. So the first angle is going to be 3 plus 2 times 57.5, and when I put that in my calculator, I get 118 degrees. And then the other one's going to be 3 times 57.5 minus 54.5, and that one's going to also be 118 degrees. Oh, look at that, that works because they're congruent. All right, moving on. The measure of one angle is described as 12 more than 4 times a number. Its supplement, 180 degrees, that's review from 7th grade, is twice as large. Okay, so it's described as 12 more plus 12, 4 times a number. So 4x plus 12. Put the word let equal the first angle. The supplement is twice as large. Well, twice as large means to multiply by 2. So we're going to let 2 times 4x plus 12 equal the second. The fact that they're supplements is what's going to help me write my equation, because my equation, they have to add up to 180 degrees. That's what that means. So 4x plus 12 plus 4 times, oops, not 4, sorry, 2 times 4x plus 12 has to equal 180 degrees. So I'm going to distribute 4x plus 12 plus 8x plus 24 equals 180. I'm going to combine my like terms. 4x plus 8x is 12x. 12 and 24 is 36 equals 180. Subtract 36 from both sides. So 12x is equal to 144. Divide by 12. So x is 12. But again, they did not ask me for that. They want to know the measure of the angle. So I have to put that 12 in here. So I'm going to do 4 times 12 plus 12 is 60. And then if I double that twice, this one's 120. Okay, I want you guys to just try number 5 on your own. All right, that's what I want. And if you're having, try it. If you're having trouble with it, we're going to certainly go over it in class. but I want you to at least give it a try. Any questions, you guys know, bring them to class and have a good night.